Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for pushing play. Today we're going to be installing the Sensational Cloud 9 KESHONA Synthetic HD Swiss Lace Frontal Wig. This wig was recommended by a young lady that I follow on Instagram as well as YouTube. I will link her channel down below in the description box because if you are into wigs, she is definitely a young lady you need to be watching. All right. So when I first pulled it out, I was like, I don't know. But because I used to rock a pixie cut back in the day, and if I can find a picture, I'm definitely going to insert her into the video somewhere. And I used to rock a pixie cut with a little blonde highlights on the ends, okay? But at first when I got it out, I was like, this looks like something my grandmother would probably have worn back in the day. But wigs have come a long way, and I did see the wig on the young lady, so I know the potential. So, you know, I'm a little optimistic, but we're going to give it a go. So I'm just unpackaging. It does come packaged well. If you've ever purchased a sensational wig, you know they make sure that they're packaged very nice. All right. So this is what the wig is looking like. So we're going to just try it on. I'm going to adjust the straps and try it on and see what it looks like straight out the package. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this wig does come in 6 colors. I opted for jet black, of course. And yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I love the parting that you get with this. Definitely a nice parting space. I'm gonna turn around and eventually let you see the back. Oh, and here's the picture of what I used to look back in my 20s and 30s, how I used to rock my cut. And this brush is so cute. I purchased it off of Amazon. I'm sorry, not Amazon, but Walmart.com. It is by a black designer, and I thought it was so cute, so of course I had to get it. But this is what it's looking like. As you can see, it's not really plucked a lot, so you could definitely customize this wig by going in and plucking it. But for the sake of this video, for people who are novice or who really don't do too much to wigs, I'm going to keep this install very simple. I'm not going to pluck it or anything like that, but later on I probably will. If I decide to rock it, I'm definitely going to go in and really customize it. But I'm just showing you what it looks like straight out the pack. All right, this is what it looks like in the back. I do love the cut. It's very, very nice. I love that. Like I said, I definitely am going to have to gel up my edges really well because, like I said, and as you know, I'm very gray. So, you know, if you're going to wear a wig, now we got to make sure everything is on point, okay? So look at that feather. I call that Farrah Fawcett on the side. I love it. I love it. So if you want to take it straight out the wig, you could, but there's one thing I do suggest. Even if you don't want to pluck it or anything like that, you do need to tint the lace if it does not match your complexion. And as you can see on me, this does not. But we're going to pull this hair back and we're going to look at it, make some adjustments. I'm going to see what I think, if I need to pull it over to one side or the other. But I'm just going to show you what the hairline looks like. So I definitely would suggest, you know, plucking it. I think it would be chef's kiss if you plucked it. But again, I'm not going to do all that for you today. I'm just going to show you how you can just style this wig. I am going to cut it a little bit on the side that's shorter. I just want it to be a little bit shorter, but I'm not going to do too much customization, okay? All right, so this is gonna be what I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna use any lace glue. I'm gonna use the E-Bind adhesive spray. This is for the girlies who do not know how to do glue, who don't want to do a ball cap method or anything like this. This is the easiest way to install a wig if you want a little bit shorter than just put it on and go. You can adhere your wig with just some spray, okay? Very simple, and you just use a little water, rub it in real good, and the wig comes right off, okay? Now, this is something I think you could do if you want to just wear your wig maybe a couple of days, but anything longer than that, if you really want to stay on, you would definitely, I feel, have to use glue. The spray is something you can just use maybe for just a couple of days. I was going to do the ball cap method, which was in my head at first, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to customize a wig, so therefore I'm not going to wear it. So we're just going to pull my little cap back, and I'm just going to install it with the adhesive spray, okay? So I have two different colors in the tint spray. I have the shade Mocha, which is on the left, and then the toffee, which was on the right hand side. I definitely think I'm gonna go with the toffee, but I'm gonna spray a little bit on something, and I'm just gonna see, because I just got the toffee. I had been using Mocha, but I felt like it was a little too light, but I hadn't made it my way to the beauty supply. So I definitely think the toffee is gonna be the one I'm gonna use. And I just got this from my local beauty supply, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you're matching your skin tone, okay? Because you can pull it out and you can throw it on your head and go, but it's a dead giveaway that it's a wig if your lace does not match, okay? So let's not be lazy. We can keep it simple, all right? So by the way, this wig does come with three combs, one on each side, one in the back. It does come with an adjustable wide strap, and it does have the two adjustable straps on each side of the comb that goes into the back of the hair, okay? So it's definitely, you can definitely secure this wig to your head if you don't want to use any type of glue or adhesive spray. But for me, I think if I was gonna wear the wig out, I would just want a little bit more security so it's not sliding back or anything like that. And it's been a little windy lately, so yeah, I would definitely wear some adhesive spray. Like I said, if you like to take it off every night, you just add a little water, take it off, flip it inside out, put it on your mannequin head, and it should be dry by in the morning, or just use your blow dryer to dry and reattach it back to your head when you're ready to wear it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my lace. And I like to spray my lace, and then I like to go in with my blow dryer to make sure that it's dry. So again, ladies, even if you like a wig that's straight out the package and you want to throw it on and go, if the lace does not match, you need to get you some lace tint. The lace tint is probably a couple of dollars at your local beauty supply. It's not that expensive, okay? So at least do that much. All right, you see how much better that looks against my skin tone by me tinting the lace? So much better. I mean, even though people will know it's a wig, especially on me because everybody knows I'm gray, it doesn't mean that it has to be a dead giveaway. They might just say, well, dang, did Miss Sherry, Miss Kammy, whichever one you're calling me that day, did she dye her hair? So, you know, make them think about it. Make them be wondering, did you dye your hair? Don't make it obvious that you got on a wig, okay? So I'm just adjusting my straps to my liking. I might have gotten the straps a little too tight, but we're going to work with it. But you see the difference by me tinting the lace of my wig? So much better. That looks so much better than it did at first, okay? And lace tint has come a long ways, and there are so many options as far as color. You definitely can find the right shade to match your skin tone, okay? So definitely make the effort. Even if you're just doing a shake and go, tint the lace. Spray the lace of your wig. It makes a huge difference, okay? So I'm not going to do too much talking on this part. I'm just going to get it adjusted, figure out how I want to do it, and then I'm just going to go through and show you what I'm going to be doing to install it and all that, okay? And all you do is spray it around your edges, all right? And you'll see later on, I'm going to take a rat tail comb and just kind of comb back some of my flyaways or my baby hairs, whatever you want to call them, you know, just to make sure I don't have any of them commingled in there with the lace, okay? But that's all. It's so easy. You just spray a little bit, take your rat tail comb, and you want to dry it till it's tacky, not dry completely, just tacky to the touch, okay? And then you're going to pull your lace forward and adhere it, okay? So as you can see, that's all I'm doing, just kind of combing back some of my hair to get rid of some of the flyaways so they won't get mixed in there with my my spray. And you see, I'm just touching it to see if it's got a little tacky. And then we just pull the lace back down in place where you want it. And again, we're going to go back over and we're going to spray a little bit more. But like I said, this is so easy to remove. Just plain old water, you spray it and it just dissolves the glue and you just take your wig off. And another thing I learned, be careful when you're pulling your lace, when you're drying it and you're trying to get it here. Don't pull it too much, because what'll end up happening is you'll get wrinkles in your lace around your edges. So don't pull too tight when you are adhering your lace, when you're trying to get it to dry. Don't pull it too tight, because you'll end up with some wrinkles, okay? So I'm just spraying a little bit more around the edges, and then I'm just going to blow dry it. All right, guys, now that I've got it all adhered to my my edges, I guess, I'm gonna tie it down with a scarf and let it melt, maybe about 15 minutes, I guess. So you always want to make sure you tie it up with something, whether it is a satin scarf or an actual tie. You want to tie it down and let it at least melt for about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people use a old stocking, some people use a scarf, some people actually use these here little strips that sometimes you get with other wigs or something like that. But you definitely want to give it about 15 minutes or so, or a little longer, to let it melt in. Some people go ahead and trim their lace. I like to trim mine after mine has dried and I felt like it's melted. Then I go ahead and trim off the excess lace. All right, so it's been about 15 or 20 minutes or so. So now I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to trim off the lace. And when you're cutting your lace off, you want to try to cut, and I usually start at the forehead and then I work my way to the sides, but you want to kind of cut in like a zigzag motion, not straight across. So you want it to be a little zigzagged. Some people actually have those, they have shears that actually have that in there, but just, you know, you can use this, you can use an eyebrow arch, whatever you feel comfortable with using. You can also use some of that, they have the little scissors that you use to trim your eyebrows. Just whatever you feel comfortable with, okay? But just try to cut in like a, you know, zigzag motion. And just take your time, okay? Because trust me, it is very easy to nick yourself. And I do believe I nicked myself in this video, but it is very easy to do. So you want to take your time when you're doing this, okay? All right, guys, so now that we've got the lace all trimmed out, as you can see what I mean when I say, I think if you pluck this wig, I think it would be absolutely phenomenal. But not everybody can pluck, so therefore I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm just gonna stick to what I said I was gonna do, but I am gonna cut the other side a little bit just to make it a little more shorter. But I definitely say, if you know how to pluck a wig, definitely go in and pluck the edges. I think this will definitely be a phenomenal pixie wig, and later on I may just do that. I don't know if I'll come back and do it on camera, or I'll just do it and come back and show you the difference with and without it being plucked around the edges. Yeah, I'm frowning because I think I did nick myself on that side, and so, you know, that alcohol, yeah, it's burning just a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. So I'm just going to back around the edges and spraying a little bit to kind of get rid of that, I guess you want to call it, I call it like a shadow or halo from when I cut the trim a little bit. So I just want to kind of go back around that and then just dry it a little bit so you can't see it. And I'm going to pull out some sideburns, give myself a little bit of sideburns. And I do apologize if you can hear my grandbaby in the background. He has a fever and not feeling very well. So I apologize if you can hear him in the background crying. Bless his heart. You know, it's hard to hear your grandbaby don't feel well. You know, we have bought him some medicine and everything. So hopefully he'll get to feeling better soon. But yeah, if you can hear him, he's not feeling good. And that's not Cammy, who you always see in the videos. That's my my youngest grandbaby. So right now I'm just pulling out me some sideburns on each side, and I am going to cut them. I'm not going to leave them long. I am going to cut them. But I just wanted to pull out me some sideburns on each side. All right, guys, from where I sprayed it again, I just kind of put my strap back around, let it melt a little bit more. And so now we're gonna get into a little bit more customization. I'm gonna probably, I think I'm gonna use the scissors. I do have a trimmer, but I think I'm gonna show you that too, that I got from my local beauty supply, but I think I'm gonna end up using the scissors. And one thing I will say, I haven't cut, like cut hair in a long time. And that's why I had the mannequin head out. I was going to trim it a little bit more on the mannequin head, but I didn't do that. So now I'm only going to cut it on the sides that I can see. I don't want to try to go back too far because I don't want to mess it up because, like I said, it's already short. So if you mess up and you end up cutting it where you can see the wefts, then I'm going to either have to just buy another wig or add wefts. And I don't want to have to do all of that. So I'm just going to kind of cut for the sake of the video, just go back as far as I can with cutting, but I'm not going to do too much, okay? But it would have definitely made a big difference had I trimmed it up on the mannequin head. All right, so this is the little blade cutter that I told you about, but I think I'm going to end up going with the scissors. And I'm just going to go in and cut, if you, like I said, if this is not your thing, definitely skip this part. It's not necessary. I just wanted it to be a little more shorter, to my liking. And I still probably, when I decide to customize a little bit more, I'm definitely going to probably trim it a little bit more, even going around towards the top and the back. But it's not necessary. You don't have to. This wig is definitely cut and layered and it looks nice. I just wanted it to be a little bit more shorter, okay? So I'm just going in, cutting it where I see fit or where I feel like I want it to be a little bit more shorter, as back as far as I can that I can see. All right. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've done some cutting like this. I mean, probably not since I wore my hair short. And I know that's been over 15 years. So, but I guess it's like riding a bike. If you've ever done something, you may be a little bit rusty, but it comes back to you. So I don't think I'm gonna cut too much on this side. On the long side, I really want to keep it for it to stay long. I did just go over there where I had pulled out some of the sideburns and just cut a little bit. So I've got out my flat irons. I also got out my small curling irons. Now I will say it does take heat pretty good. It did well with the flat irons. Now as far as the curling irons, because I really wanted them to be a lot more curlier or tightly curled on the short side, but it just, I don't know, I think, like I said, I have not used any curling irons in a minute, so it did not curl as tight as I wanted it to be. So, you know, they were still a little loose. So I'm going to invest in me some smaller flat irons, maybe like a 1 inch. And I think I can, or some, you know, better curling irons. Like I said, I don't use curling irons. And even when I do other wigs, I usually just use my large barrel because they're usually using longer hair. But this side, the long side, did take well to the heat with my flat irons. Yes, my flat irons. But on the other side, I tried to use the curling iron. And like I said, they're old. They're very, very old. And they weren't some expensive curling irons. But it just didn't get it as tight as I wanted it. But I think it would have been so good if I could have got them as tight as I want. So I'm going to try another method the next time I do this, especially if I decide to go in and customize the wig. So I used some of the Evine spray because the other spray that I had, like I said, I don't use it often, so it was kind of clogged. So I just used some of my Evine spray to go in and add so it can help with the curls. Because you see how that is at the top. I really want to cut that shorter, but like I said, I didn't want to go too short because I can't really see back there. All right, so we're just gonna clean up around the edges real good, and then we're gonna get a little cute, and then we're gonna come back and then we're gonna pull some of these curls apart. All right, gonna change my little cute little top, put on me some cute little hoop earrings, put on a little face. Okay, so I've sprayed this shorter side because I really want it to be a little, you know, really look tapered, and so I'm gonna just use my cute little fan, dry it up a little bit. And then we're going to pull these curls apart and we're going to just see what the finished look is, okay? I like this wig. I love it. I love it. It brings back so many memories from when I used to wear my hair short, when it was all black, even when I had a little color at the top. But definitely check this wig out. I think it is a game changer, especially for the spring and summer. If you want a more shorter pixie look, but you don't want to commit to a short cut, I think this is a game changer. Yes, it's a synthetic wig, but I think it's definitely worth it. It was only $48.16, I believe. And like I said, it comes in 6 different colors. And so, yeah, I love it. I definitely love it. I'm going to definitely be rocking this for the spring and the summer. And I'm definitely going to find me some different colors. And I'm going to definitely go in and customize a little bit more. And we'll definitely come back and just with a little short and show you the difference between how it looks now and me customizing and everything. But definitely, I think this is a win. So definitely check it out in my Amazon storefront. Click the link in my description box and get this wig. It is worth it. It's only 48 bucks, but it is so worth it. And I think in the video when I do my I actually do a reel on Instagram and on TikTok. So if you want to just see the transition, go check me out. I am Kammy is my motivation on all my platforms. On here, I think I do kind of move the hair out of my face a little bit, but on my TikTok and on my reel, I leave the hair down in my face, which I do like. I think it gives a little more vavoom, a little sexiness to it. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely consider subscribing. If you're not subscribed, we do a little bit of everything over here, from hair to makeup to DIYs, home refresh, a little bit of everything, okay? Consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, turn on your notifications so you don't miss when I upload another video. Make sure you leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji. It helps my channel. I'm trying to grow over here on YouTube. Leave me some suggestions about what else you would like to see. And Kammy always loves to oblige, okay? So I'm going in with my Eco Styler Gel just to try to lay down my edges or my sideburns a little bit, because I don't really want them sticking out too much. But yeah, I think this is sexy. I love it. And just give me some more suggestions of something else you might want to see. But this is the final touch. I think it turned out cute, guys. I love it. I love it. I definitely love it. I think a little bit more customization, I think it'd be perfect. Pop those curls in the back, make it a little bit more curly. But this is still cute. But I think some more curls will definitely make this a chef's kiss for real, okay? But this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, Kammy loves you. Mwah! Don't forget, subscribe to my channel. It costs nothing.